say is, thank our military people. And I thought it was great that we had a tribute to the military. And, I told Book's dad, he's a Marine, and I think it's the 259th birthday or something, 49th birthday of the Marines. And we just don't do enough for our people, so I appreciate the job our marketing people and our fans and our equipment people all did for that, and they deserve a lot of credit. I thought we were really average the first couple minutes, to give them credit. They made those 3 threes right in a row, and then it was a strange first half. We missed 5 dead nuts layups. Frankie missed 2. Who else did I say? Had them all down, but Carson missed 1, and Jace missed 1, and I mean layups, and you look at that and you say big deal, but that's 10 points, and really probably would have given us a bigger lead at halftime. I was impressed with them early. I thought they were better than the team we played the other day as far as matchups for us. We had to play Book and a little bit Jackson on their foreman, who was a 6'5", 6'4" guard that could take it to the rack. So that was good practice for what's coming up next, and I thought that was good. We didn't turn the ball over much. We had 2 late in the game. Got to the free throw line. I think another big stat was 16 offensive rebounds, but getting 21 points off those rebounds. Fast break is getting better and better. Shooting was still missed some good shots, but it's starting to creep forward. And 20 assists out of 35 baskets isn't as many, but we had a lot of driving things and layups that you don't get an assist on. So we rebounded pretty well. The second half, I thought we played pretty well. But the one thing that was very disappointing to me is we got a lead. I think we got up to 13. And instead of building on it, I thought Saudi Washington had a good point to a couple of our guys. 2 guys took really quick threes, and it went from 13 down to 7. And he said, a heat check means you hit 3 or 4 in a row, and then you have the right to shoot it. Our guys, they'll screwed up on that. They must think 1 make is a heat check then, and you get to shoot. So we got that straightened out at halftime. I also thought Frankie was a lot better the second half than he was the first half. Book, believe it or not only got 5 rebounds, which is starting to grow a little bit, but he tipped a few that got us buckets. And, Jaden was solid. I thought Fierce did a hell of a job. He only scored 5 points or whatever he scored, but the 8 assists, 1 turnover. I think he's got 15, 16 assists and 2 turnovers. A really good defense. He is playing solider and solider and solider, and I think the best is yet to come. The reverse under, first time I see him have some explosion. So now we got our work cut out. But it was a good game. It was a good game to move forward on, and I think he is a very good coach and deserves a lot of credit, because if you can take 13 players, have 13 new players this early in the season and play like they did for a third or 2/3 of that game, I'll give them credit.
Tom, you mentioned about the rebounding. After halftime, after they cut it to 3, it looked like everything kind of picked up, particularly on the offensive glass. And what did you see from Jackson that was allowing him to do what he did tonight?
He just went. As I tell our guys, effort-related things is a choice. It's a choice. Do you want to do it or do you not want to do it? Do you want to go or do you not want to go? Do you want to run or do you not want to run? Effort-related things are a choice. And I give him credit. I told you he was the best player I had all summer, and he did some good things. He did some really good things, and he got to the line, and that helped us get to the line. Frankie got to the line. Jeremy got to the line. I mean, those things are big. Jace Richardson, I didn't mention him. He did some good things. So I thought, that's where Jeremy made a couple big plays. Then we got that shot to Frankie in the corner, and he made that. and we just did some better things. And then we didn't give in to, we learned from the first half, taking a few bad shots and a few bad turnovers, and I thought we stacked some plays together and built on it.
Tom, over here on your left, you mentioned Jackson. How much about him and the other guys? I think the other night you said you think him and Trey helped bring instant offense off the bench, both of them in double figures, Jason double figures. It seemed like, would you guys get 56 or whatever out of the bench tonight? Just the depth you have and the ability to use that to spark you guys.
Well, those three guys could start, in a lot of ways, but I think it's been great, and the minutes were a little bit all around the 20s and 19s, but, we tried to play 12 guys, 13 guys. So, there's another 15 minutes that maybe will get dispersed on normal games, and if that happens, I think we have a chance to really get some things going. And when we went with Jeremy and Jason and Trey, or Jaden, we were smaller, but we were quicker, and we got some things done. So you'll see those lineups. We played a little bit with Cohen at the 4. You might see those lineups. Right now, I'm really proud of my guys because we told them there's going to be, last night I had a meeting with 7 of them just to tell them there's going to be some weird lineups at times. We're worried about one thing, nobody's ego, nobody's playing time. We're worried about winning games, and they are all in, and that's really encouraging for a coach.
Hey, Tom, you say they're all in. That 9-2 run that went down when the threes were gone and they had to work their way back. Can you talk about that mental toughness, that physical toughness, and where they are right now? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I challenged them, I'll just tell you, I challenged Frankie at halftime on any kind of toughness, and playing harder, and I thought he did, and I got to realize that it's going to take Jeremy a while yet, and he's way ahead of where I thought he could be. It's going to take Frankie and Shimon. Usually guys come in and new system, new everything. It's not easy to do what we're asking them to do, but the toughness and the mental toughness and playing hard, all the things that, I kept saying that's what you got to learn how to do here. I don't know what you did before, nor do I care, but we got to do a better job of that. And I thought Frankie, second half, he got a couple big rebounds, he got a couple power plays. If he makes those 2 layups in the first half, he has 15 points. That's a hell of a game.
Between Monday and tonight, you guys have been finishing well through contact a lot, converting and ones. How crucial is that going to be, when you don't get those calls?
Yeah, I think it's going to be real crucial. We gotta finish. I thought we were, we got the ball inside, we got the ball outside. I don't know how many points in the paint, 52. I don't think that's going to happen on Monday night or Tuesday night or whenever the hell we play. But it's going to be, it's just setting the tempo. It's going to give us something to go back to. This is what we did well. This is what we got to continue to do. And, I think we have some versatility inside and outside. And I like the way we move the ball, even though 20 assists on 35 isn't the norm for us. But there were some one-on-one drives from the lanes or from the wings, and those aren't assists. But I thought when we needed an assist, we got a big-time assist. Booker's pass to Simone was a big one. I thought Jace made a nice pass inside. There were some really good plays, so that's encouraging.
To your right, when it's this early in the season and you've only played a couple of games with these guys all together and this starting lineup, I'm curious, when do you think you can, continue to be patient and not make those maybe changes to the starting lineup versus having so much depth when you can kind of tinker with it?
Yeah, I haven't changed with the starting lineup right now. Jaden's our guy. He's going to start, and he's got to start, and he's got to continue to play well. But, his confidence level has just jumped, and where he's good is defensively. He is now becoming more like a Gary Harris and more like some of these guys where he is guarding the hell out of his man, plus doing some good things. Jeremy is fitting in, and at the 3 there's a couple question marks yet, as there is sometimes with our post guys, but the rotation seems good. They're all happy with it there. there won't be, our guards will play more minutes. What do we play tonight? Like, the only one that played a lot was Jaden. He had 27. But, Jeremy had 21, and I guess Xavier, or who had 20? Cohen had 20. But, Book was 18, Frankie, or 19, Frankie was 18. Those all go up a little because we played some guys at the end. But I like our rotation right now, and it's just going to be holding guys accountable. And that's what we're announcing our captains tonight. It's going to be Jaden and Trey, and we're going to do a little something different in playoff football that each week we're going to name a captain that does all the things we need him to do in practice, on the court, off the court, in the classroom. I should have probably said it, we're going to recruit our two twins. We're going to redshirt our two twins, It's not fair to them. I think those guys are good enough to play, maybe here, maybe somewhere. So I would never want to waste that opportunity, since I wasted one in college. Or I might have been a pro, who knows. But I would have had a fifth year. So I want to make sure I don't do that to somebody else. And but I'm really I'm pleased with the progress we're making. We're getting better defensively, and not for that one poor start, our defensive numbers would have been off the chart. Our running, we had 28 fast break points, and I thought, we're seeing Cohen. We just an eyelash from, of getting Jaden a few more. He's starting to run. Frankie struggles to run that lane, but Jaden and Cohen, if I get one of those guys on each side, that's going to be hard to deal with, I think. So there's a lot of pluses, but let's face it, we haven't played the Celtics yet. I guess we do, though, right around the corner. So we'll kind of see where we are early in the year. Are we ready for that or not? We'll find out, but it's going to be fun working towards it.
Tom, Greg said he had 14 new players, not 13. And the first week of practice, guys didn't know each other's names.
Yeah.
Can you imagine in that situation, and is that where we might be edging toward in this sport?
Hopefully not at Michigan State. Hopefully not at Michigan State. And don't take that wrong. I'm going to take a transfer and make sure our fans don't get all upset, but I'm going to rely on my guys. I'm going to be loyal to my guys. And hopefully, if they don't get better, some of that's my fault too. But, I feel for him. I think that's hard. And like I said all along, there'll be some teams out there that there'll be advantages to all the transfers. I don't mean one or two. I mean when it's 6, 8, 10, 14, but there'll be a lot that go the other way, and I'm just happy to have my locker room. Those guys came in, and Jackson did a little thing on TV, and Jackson's been the shy guy over the years, and those guys showered him with water. I said, hey, this is not a Final Four, guys. But in a way, I was kind of happy because all the guys really felt good for him. And so I feel like we're making some progress. I think our leadership is going to keep improving, and that'll be a big key.